So, I just wanted to take a brief moment for this today. I've kind of had a heavy heart and some heavy feelings going on, and I figured this was a good way to kind of express it and get those feelings out for me. A little bit of catharsis, I guess, and making this almost like a diary thing, I guess, as a sort of memorial to this event that happened to me today. Anyways, so basically I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I do. I work at an aquarium right now. It's my first time working in this kind of position. I started just this summer, and it's been a really great experience. Before I started working there, I was volunteering with them for about a year. So that helped me to gain some experience, and I also interned with the company that I now work for as well. So I did interning, volunteering, and now I finally have it as my job. Anyways, the big thing that I wanted to talk about relating to all that is the fact that today I had my first animal death. Having done volunteering and interning, I had experienced that death could happen in the field work. I'd seen fish that died and had helped do necropsies, things like that, so that I was aware that it was part of the business and that it's something that happens. But this was my first case where it was an animal that I was actually taking care of, that I was fully responsible for, that died. So it hit me really hard and has been a very rough experience. So that's kind of the heavy heart thing that I was talking about. Anyways, the animal that I lost was a western banded gecko. So some people might think, oh, it's just a little tiny gecko. It doesn't really mean that much. It's just a tiny lizard. Who cares about that? But I really cared about it deeply. It was, again, an animal that was in my charge and being responsible over it, even though I'm pretty sure it had nothing to do with any of the care that I had given the animal. It didn't have any apparent cause of death that I could find, and so I'm pretty sure it was just one of those cases of it was the animal's time and it just passed. But it being my animal and me being responsible for it hit me really hard. I'm not used to having this kind of loss, obviously, particularly for something that I'm in charge of and ultimately responsible for, whether or not the death itself was something that I could have prevented. Which, again, I don't believe it was. I think it was just a case of timing for that beautiful little gecko. But another reason that it probably hit me so hard too was that several of our banded geckos at my work do in fact have names. This was one of the named ones. She was a little female, about 3 years old. Her name was Malcolm. So again, it just hit me really hard, and it's been a rough thing to try and get through. So I just wanted to put this up as a little bit of a memorial to Malcolm and be like, I cared about this dear sweet little animal, and I'm sad to have lost it. Whether or not other people care in the same way about this animal is their business, but for me it was a very, very impactful thing, and I'm really sad to have lost it. And I know that these things will continue to happen, but it was kind of a sad awakening for me that sometimes my animals are going to pass. And I don't necessarily want to have to deal with that, but I understand it's part of the business that I'm in. And I just wanted to say that I really am sad about losing this banded gecko. And I hope that my next animal loss is many, many years down the road and a long ways away from this one, because this has been really painful, and I can imagine what it'll be like to lose more animals. In any case, that's about all I had to say. I just wanted to leave a memorial to Malcolm and say I miss her, and that even though I've only been caring for her for a few months, that I am really sad to have lost her. So this is my little memorial to my banded gecko. If anyone's curious about banded geckos, has questions about the species in general, I'd be happy to talk to you more about them. Again, I did love this little girl, so I'm happy to express more commentary about the species in general, give facts and information. I'm just not quite in the right mindset to do so right now, but if people have questions, comments about the species, all that kind of thing, I can probably even put up a little informational video about them sometime in the future. But yeah, that's just what's going on with me today, and I wanted to get that off my chest and just say that I miss her, and I have a bit of a heavy heart today. And that's okay, but that's how it goes. And I just wanted to make sure I had some sort of memorial for this happening, so it wasn't just an event that I let pass me by. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I will post again soon. Hopefully nothing as depressing as this, but for now, this is the Umlaut Herper going out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.